said, my husband ambushed me with his aggressed company to him. So I cried, signed the papers, and handed him the keys without telling him I had secretly sold the core software patent to Apple for $20 million just 24 hours earlier. For 5 years, I worked 80-hour weeks building a software startup from our garage. My husband, David, never helped. Then that I wasn't cooking enough and spent his time playing golf. But last month, my company finally got noticed by some mass tech giants. Suddenly, David became very interested in my business. One evening, I came home to find David sitting at the dining table with two expensive-looking lawyers and his young blonde secretary who was holding his hand. Stack of divorce papers toward me. He said he was leaving me for her, and because we lived in a community property state, he was demanding full ownership of my company in exchange for letting me keep our cheap house and my old car. His lawyer leaned in and aggressively told me that if I fought this in court, they would drag the divorce out for years until I was bankrupt. Said, they demanded I sign the transfer documents right there. David looked at me with total disgust and said, sign it, you are nothing without me anyway. My hands were shaking. I forced tears into my eyes to make it look like I was completely broken. I grabbed the pen and signed every single page, officially transferring 100% of the company shares into David's name. They all laughed, said, celebrated with champagne, and kicked me out of my own dining room. What David didn't know was that the day before this ambush, I had completely separated the core intellectual property of the software from the main company. I legally transferred the actual software code to a hidden holding company that was solely in my name, and finalized a buyout with a major tech corporation for $20 million. Said, the company David just forced me to sign over was now just an empty shell. It had the name, the logo, and a leased office, but absolutely zero ass. A week later, David proudly walked into the boardroom of a venture capital firm to sell the company for millions. During the audit, the investors realized they were looking at a worthless piece of paper. David's phone calls started blowing up. Said 100 text messages begging me to answer, but I was already sitting on a private beach in Greece, sipping a cocktail, watching my bank account hit 8 figures. He wanted the company, and I gave it to him.